Know what it's like to accidentally find a whole bunch of hidden CIA front companies? I actually uncovered a girl squad of all female CIA associates and operatives that are running a bunch of businesses in plain sight. This one is super fun, and I am pretty confident it's gonna mysteriously disappear off of TikTok real quick. So let's just be clear, this is just for entertainment purposes only. We're just having a little doodle through the Google. So I'll walk you through my research process and we'll have a little mystery game while we're at it. See, I was researching the board of directors of one of the most well-known companies in the whole stock market. You would all know what company it is. I'll tell you at the end, see if you can guess right. And I was just laying out what other boards and companies they serve with, and I noticed this woman who worked for the CIA for more than 20 years in the Office of the President, the Department of the Treasury. Her name is S. Leslie Ireland. This is her bio on this company's website. She worked for the CIA from 1985 until 2005, it looks like. But as I was snooping into her, I noticed that there are some things she's involved with that aren't mentioned on that other more prominent website talking about her board position. When I looked her up on Market Screener, it turns out that she's also a director and board member of Night Swan Acquisition Corporation, which strangely, when I went to their website, it was not secure and I couldn't get to it, which only got weirder when I found their IPO proposal on the SEC's website that describes what their business is and why they're going to go public. Sorry, these documents are really small text. I'll read it to you. So Night Swan is innovation in cyber, cloud, and mission intelligence, a field focused on the collection, analysis, and delivery of foreign intelligence and counterintelligence information for the purposes of improving decision making. So this is a cybersecurity and national intelligence company whose website is apparently not secure and can't be accessed. But as I read on, I started to realize what I had just found. Meet the Girl Squad. Brandy, Teresa, Anne, Marilyn, Leslie, Dawn, Laura. The CEO, Ms. Daly, is the founder and CEO of C2S Consulting Group. I looked them up and their site also couldn't be reached. So I dug a little deeper and it turns out that they were acquired or merged with SMX Hollywood. So I went and found SMX's website and I found their board of directors. Figured I'd see who they are, clicked on the chair of their board, and it took me just to Joe's LinkedIn profile, which doesn't tell me anything, except that he went to the Wharton School, which if you know, you know, and something about Oceanside Partners. So, quick side quest into Oceanside Partners, who is led by Joe Benavides, and in his bio they specify that Joe holds a top secret government security clearance. Weird. It's an interesting thing to say on an investment company's website, but it turns out the other co-founder, Ted Coons, also holds a top secret government clearance and also went to the Wharton School. Oh wait, and the other co-founder, Jeff Kelly, also holds a top secret government clearance. So I think we can all make some guesses about what Ocean Sound Partners is doing with their money. But anyways, side quest. Back to Night Swan, founded by Brandy Daly. Now let's meet the rest of their team. Teresa. Her career has been in tech her whole life, Microsoft and Amazon Web Services. Specifically, she oversaw the deal for Amazon to provide cloud services to the CIA. She's also on the board of this Commure company that's all about big data in healthcare and joining together many data sets to make healthcare all sketchy. I mean, I'm sure for the greater good, obviously. Next, we'll meet Anne, who spent her whole career working at IBM and they're developing their multi-billion-dollar business with the federal government clients in the United States. Not sure exactly which federal branches she was working with at IBM. Think you can make some guesses about who needed IBM's help the most. Next on the list was Leslie, who we already met. She started this whole hubbubaloo. She's the card-carrying CIA agent of the bunch. In the Night Swan SEC documents, it says she joined the Treasury after 25 years at the CIA. She spent more than 31 years in the intelligence community, highlighted in red there. Then in orange here, from 2008 to 2010, Miss Ireland served as the daily intelligence briefer for President Obama. Next up, Dawn, also a card-carrying member of the CIA. She is the former deputy director of CIA for Science and Technology, in charge of orchestrating multi-billion-dollar programs focusing on national security objectives by coordinating all the different companies and operations and programs and policies. Prior to the CIA, she was the Deputy Director of National Intelligence for Acquisitions, Technology, and Facilities. She worked for nearly 10 years at the Defense Information Securities Systems Agency, But then I was snooping on this other important government commission about national security that she's on right here. That bio says that she's also a member of the corporate board of the NSA. Dawn has had a busy life. But in the end, what's really confusing here is that it seems like Night Swan, which was meant to be like an acquisitions private equity company that would like acquire tech companies and intelligence companies and like basically bring them into the fold of the intelligence community and then make a bunch of money with it. It seems like they wanted to make their company public in like the year 2020-ish. And then they did, and that's where we got that SEC document. And then they never acquired anyone as far as I can tell. And then they're spinning their company down is what it looks like in 2023. Like, did they fail? Did the girls, is the girl squad breaking up? Or are they just evolving? That's all on the next episode of Lady Spies. I'm just playing. This is just a fun rabbit hole, and I hope it illustrates how the intelligence community works. I mean, if you think about it, the mandate of the CIA from its founding at the end of World War II is to control the world. Their mandate is to get ahead of threats around the globe and to create a global environment that is secure for American interests. They do this through finance, they do this through information, they do this through subterfuge and sabotage and surveillance. But you don't stop global threats by responding once the threats happen. They learned early on that that's not how you do it. You get ahead of threats by controlling the marketplaces, by controlling the information spaces, by controlling things. And you do that mostly through companies and partnerships and operatives, and a lot of it is through people that aren't actually CIA operatives. Because from the very beginning, the whole point of the CIA has been plausible deniability. A lot of their operations need to not trace back to the government if they are found out. That is the oldest trick in the books, like all the way back to Vietnam and even Korea. But every now and then, you find someone who actually was an operative of the CIA, and you can follow the trail and find other businesses that look like they're involved in the intelligence community in other ways. And if you find the people that certain people in the intelligence community are partnering with, you'll find other people that are in the intelligence community that are other partnerships. It's just a big spider web. So now, back to our original inquiry. Have you guessed what company Ireland is sitting on the board of? What company do you think this is a board of directors of? Final answers? That is the board of Citigroup. See, I spent all day yesterday and all day today analyzing the board of directors of all 4 of the biggest banks in America. And they each have their own quirks and their own kind of styles and themes. But Citibank's is by far the most sinister, the most revolving door from government to banking, the most people that worked at the CIA, that worked at the regulators. This Ireland lady was just one of the people on this list that seemed to have ties to the intelligence community. The one right below her is another good candidate, as is this one down here. But that's all we have time for today. Hope you had as much fun with that as I did. And just an afterthought here. If this video gets taken down from TikTok, as it probably will, what does that say about the world and about TikTok and about the companies that control TikTok, namely Oracle, and about what we are and aren't allowed to talk about? And isn't it weird that we're not allowed to talk about the agency that's tasked with defending us from terror around the world? Like, isn't it weird that the one government agency that is their one mandate is to protect American citizens is the one agency that we're not supposed to talk about? Like, even when it's all publicly available information about public companies that you can just find on Google? That's kind of weird to take off the internet. I mean, I'm just saying.